Welcome back. Good morning, Grand Rising. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whatever time you are picking this up. Well, right now it's morning for me. But whenever you're reading this, shalom, shalom. All right. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Road Trip, Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers. Akeem and Akatim, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, everybody, right? Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to you, your homes, your dwelling places, where you stay at, right? Peace and blessings to those children, your friends, your loved ones, and your pets. All the good stuff that you need in your life. Isn't that right, family? That's right. That's right. Hallelujah, man. Dipping in. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, right? All praises to Yahweh. Glory to Yahweh Shai. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. My love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you. That's right. That is correct. Right. So we're getting near the end of Jubilees, right? We're getting kind of close to the end of this book. There's only 50 chapters in it. So we're going to have to split this up in a way that it makes sense. We're on chapter 44 now. And if I read as far as I want to read, it's only going to leave like, the last one's going to be like a 10-minute video, which won't make sense. So I'm going to split it. I'm going to stop at 48. I'm going to stop at 48, and then we're going to do 48, 49, and 50 will be all one together. Okay? So 44, 45, 46, and 47 is going to be this reading. Okay. All right. That sounds like a plan to me. Then we'll do 48, 49, and 50 to close it out. All right. So you got a few moments if you want to follow along. You're more than welcome. You're encouraged to follow along and read with your scrolls as well, just in case I make some mistakes. Some of these names are a little bit trippy. You guys know whenever you're doing like Deuteronomy or any of the genealogy scriptures, right? There's going to be some heavy, hard names that you're not used to saying every single day, right? So bear with me on that. But if you want to know exactly how it looks, regardless of how I pronounce it, it's on the pages. So, all right. No further ado. Let's get going, man. Book of Jubilees, chapter 44. Let's begin.
Take them back.
44, and it reads, And Yahsher'al took his journey from Haran from his house on the new moon of the 3rd month, and he went on the way of the well of the oath, and he offered a sacrifice to the Elohim of his father Isaac on the 7th of this month. And Yaakov remembered the dream that he had seen at Bethel, and he feared to go down into Mizraim. And while he was thinking of sending word to Joseph to come to him, that he would not go down, he remained there 7 days, if perchance he should see a vision as to whether he should remain or go down. And he celebrated the harvest festival of the first fruits with old grain, for in all the land of Canaan there was not a handful of seed in the land, for the famine was over all the beasts and the cattle and the birds and over all man. And on the 16th the Most High appeared unto him and said unto him, Yaakov, Yaakov. And he said, Here I am. And he said unto him, I am the Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham and of Isaac. Fear not to go down to Mizraim, for I will there make for you a great nation. I shall go down with you, and I shall bring you up again. And in this land will you be buried, and Joseph will put his hands upon your eyes. Fear not, go down into Mizraim. And his sons rose up, and his sons' sons, and they placed their father and their possessions upon wagons. And Yahsher'al rose up from the well of oath on the 16th of this 3rd month, and he went into the land of Mizraim and Israel, right? And Yahsher'al sent Judah before him to his son Joseph to examine the land of Goshen. For Joseph had told his brothers that they should come and dwell there, that they might be near him. And this was the goodly land in the land of Mizraim, and near to him for all of them, and also for the cattle. And these are the names of the sons of Yaakov, who went into Mizraim with Jacob their father. Reuben, the firstborn of Yahsher'al. And these are the names of his sons, Enoch, and Palu, and Hezron, and Camri, 5. Simeon and his sons. And these are the names of his sons, Jamuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jakin, and Zohar, and Shaul. And the name of the Zephathite woman, 7. Levi and his sons, and these are the names of his sons, Gershon and Kohath and Merari, 4. Judah and his sons, and these are the names of his sons, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah, 4, and Issachar and his sons, and these are the names of his sons, Tola, and Fuad, and Jasub, and Shimron, 5. Zebulon and his sons, and these are the names of his sons, Sared, and Elan, and Jalihil, 4. And these are the sons of Yaakov, and their sons, whom Leah bore to Yaakov in Mesopotamia, 6. And their one sister Dinah, and all the souls of the sons of Leah and their sons, who went with Yaakov their father into Mizraim, were 29, and Jacob, Yaakov their father being with them, there were 30. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, the wife of Yaakov, whom she bore unto Jacob, Gad and Asher. And these are the names of their sons who went with him into Mizraim, the sons of Gad, Ziphion, and Haggai, and Shunai, and Esbon, and Eri, and Areli, and Arodi, 8. And the sons of Asher, Imnah, and Ishva, and Ishvi, and Bariah, and Sarah, their one sister, 6. All the souls were 14, and all those of Leah were 44. And the sons of Rachel, the wife of Yaakov, Joseph and Benjamin. And there were born to Joseph in Mizraim before his father came into Mizraim, those who Asenath, daughter of Potiphar, priest of Heliopolis, bore unto him, Manasseh and Ephraim, 3. And the sons of Benjamin, Bela and Bekar, and Ashbel, Gera, and Naaman, and Ehi, and Rosh, and Mupim, and Hupim, and Ard, 11. And all the souls of Rachel were 14. And the sons of Bilhah, the handmaid of Rachel, the wife of Yaakov, whom she bore to Yaakov, were Dan and Naphtali. And these are the names of their sons who went with him into Mizraim. And the sons of Dan were Hushim, and Samon, and Asudi, and Ijaka, and Solomon, 6. And they died the year in which they entered into Mizraim, and there was left to Dan Hushim alone. And these are the names of the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Gunai, and Jezer, and Shalom, and Eve, who was born after the years of famine, died in Mizraim. And all the souls of Rachel were 26. And all the souls of Yaakov which went into Mizraim were 70 souls. These are the children and the children's children, and all 70, but 5 died in Mizraim before Joseph, and had no children. And in the land of Canaan 2 sons of Judah died, and Onan, and they had no children. And the children of Yahsher'al buried those who perished, and they were reckoned among the 70 Gentile nations. That's the end of chapter 44. All right, let's continue. We're going to read on. All right, fam, let's continue. Chapter 45, and it reads, And Yahsher'al went into the country of Mizraim, into the land of Goshen, on the new moon of the 4th month, in the 2nd year of the 3rd week of the 45th Jubilee. And Joseph went to make his father Yaakov to the land of Goshen. He went to go meet his father to the land of Goshen, and he fell on his father's neck and wept. And Yahsher'al said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen you. And now may the Most High Elohim of Yahsher'al be blessed, the Elohim of Abraham and the Elohim of Isaac, who has not withheld his mercy and his grace from his servant Jacob. It is enough for me that I have seen your face while I am yet alive. Yea, true is the vision which I saw at Bethel. Blessed be the Most High, my Elohim, forever and ever, and blessed be his name. And Joseph and his brothers ate bread before their father and drank wine. And Yaakov rejoiced with exceedingly great joy, because he had saw Joseph eating with his brothers and drinking before him. And he blessed the Creator of all things, who had preserved him, and had preserved him for him his 12 sons. And Joseph had given to his father and to his brothers as a gift the right of dwelling in the land of Goshen and in Ramses and all the surrounding region, which he ruled over before Pharaoh. And Yahsher'al and his sons dwelt in the land of Goshen, the best part of the land of Mizraim. And Yahsher'al was 130 years old when he came into Mizraim. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and also their possessions with bread, and as much as sufficed them for the 7 years of the famine. And the land of Mizraim suffered by reason of the famine, and Joseph acquired all the land of Mizraim for Pharaoh in return for food, and he got possession of the people and their cattle and everything for Pharaoh. And the years of the famine were accomplished, and Joseph gave to the people in the land seed and food, that they might sow the land in the 8th year, for the river had overflowed all the land of Mizraim. For in the 7 years of the famine it had not overflowed, and had irrigated only a few places on the banks of the river. But now it overflowed, and the Egyptians sowed the land, and it bore much corn that year. And this was the 1st year of the 4th week of the 45th Jubilee. And Joseph took of the corn of the harvest the 5th part of the king, and left 4 parts for them for food. and for seed, and Joseph made it an ordinance for the land of Mizraim until this day. And Yahsher'al lived in the land of Mizraim 17 years, and all the days which he lived were 3 Jubilees, 147 years, and he died in the 4th year of the 5th week of the 45th Jubilee. And Yahsher'al blessed the sons before he died, and told them everything that would befall them in the land of Mizraim. And he made known to them that would come upon them in the last days, and blessed them, and gave to Joseph 2 portions in the land. And he slept with his fathers, and he was buried in the double cave in the land of Canaan, near Abraham his father, in the grave which he had dug for himself in the double cave in the land of Hebron. And he gave all his books and the books of his fathers to Levi his son, that he might preserve them and renew them for his children until this day. That's the end of chapter 45, okay? We're gonna get some more. All right, chapter 46, let's continue. And it reads, And it came to pass that after Yaakov died, the children of Yahsher'al multiplied in the land of Mizraim, and they became a great nation, and they were of one accord in heart, so that the brother loved brother, and every man helped his brother. And they increased abundantly and multiplied exceedingly 10 weeks of the years, all the days of the life of Joseph. And there was no Hasatan, nor any evil all the days of the life of Joseph, which he lived after his father Yaakov. For all the Egyptians honored the children of Yahsher'al all the days of the life of Joseph. And Joseph died being 110 years old. 17 years he lived in the land of Canaan, and 10 years he was a servant, and 3 years in prison, and 8 years he was under the king, ruling all the land of Mizraim. And he died, and all his brethren, and all the generation. And he commanded the children of Yahsher'al before he died that they should carry his bones with them when they went out of the land of Mizraim. And he made them swear regarding his bones, for he knew that the Egyptians would not again bring out and bury him in the land of Canaan. For Mechamaran, king of Canaan, while dwelling in the land of Assyria, fought in the valley with the king of Egypt of Mizraim, and slew him there, and pursued after the Egyptians to the gates of Urman. But he was not able to enter, for a new king had become king of Mizraim, and he was stronger than he. And he returned to the land of Canaan, and the gates of Mizraim were closed. And none went out, and none came into Mizraim. And Joseph died in the 46th Jubilee, in the 6th week, in the 2nd year. And they buried him in the land of Mizraim, and his brethren died after him. And the king of Egypt of Mizraim went out to war with the king of Canaan in the 47th Jubilee, in the 2nd week, in the 2nd year. And the children of Yahsher'al brought out all the bones of the children of Jacob, save the bones of Joseph. And they buried them in the field, in the double cave in the mountain. And the most of them returned to Mizraim, but a few of them remained in the mountains of Hebron, and Amram, your father, remained with them. And the king of Canaan was victorious over the king of Mizraim, and he closed the gates of Mizraim, and he devised an evil device against the children of Yahsher'al, of afflicting them. And he said unto the people of Mizraim, Behold, the children of Yahsher'al have increased and multiplied more than we. Come, and let us deal wisely with them before they become too many, and let us afflict them with slavery before war come upon us, and before they too fight against us. Else they will join themselves unto our enemies, and get them up out of our hand and out of our land, for their hearts and faces are toward the land of Canaan. And he set over them taskmasters to afflict them with slavery, and they built strong cities for Pharaoh, Pithom and Ramses, and they built all the walls and all the fortifications which had fallen in the cities of Mizraim. And they made them serve with rigor, and the more they dealt evilly with them, the more they increased and multiplied. And the people of Mizraim abominated the children of Yahsher'al. That's in the chapter 47. They hated them, but it was all evil device. It was wicked device. It wasn't like that when Joseph was living, though. That's the end of 46. Let's get 47 to the door, and then we have to come back and get 48 through 50 as the finale. All right, you ready? Let's get 47 real quick. All right, chapter 47 to close this one up, and it reads, And in the 7th week, in the 7th year, in the 47th Jubilee, your father went out from the land of Canaan, and you were born in the 4th week. And in the 6th year thereof, and in the 48th Jubilee, this was the time of tribulation on the children of Yahsher'al. And Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, issued a command regarding them, that they should cast all their male children which were born into the river. And they cast them in for 7 months until the day that you were born. And your mother hid you for 3 months. And they told regarding her, and she had an ark for you, and covered it with pitch and asphalt, and placed it in figs on the bank of the river. And she placed you in it 7 days. And your mother came by night and suckled you. And by day Miriam your sister guarded you from the birds. And in those days Harthmuth, the daughter of Pharaoh, came to bathe in the river, and she heard your voice crying. And she told her maidens to bring you out, and they brought you unto her. And she took you out of the ark, and she had compassion on you. And your sisters said unto her, Shall I go and call unto you one of the Hebrew women to nurse and suckle this babe for you? And she said unto her, Go. And she went and called your mother Jochebed, and she gave her wages, and she nursed you. And afterwards, when you were grown up, they brought you unto the daughter of Pharaoh, and you did become her son. And Amram, your father, taught you writing. And after you had completed 3 weeks, they brought you into the royal court. And you were 3 weeks of years at court, until the time when you did go out from the royal court, and did see an Egyptian smiting your friend, who was of the children of Yahsher'al. And you did slay him, and hide him in the sand. And on the second day you did find 2 of the children of Yahsher'al striving together, and you did say to them, Who was doing the wrong? Why do you smite your brother? And he was angry and indignant, and said, Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Think you to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? And you did, and you did fear and flee on account of these words. That's the end of chapter 47. So you know we're talking about Moshe, right? We're talking about Moses, right? All right, brother Miriam, right? And brother to Aharon. All right, so that's it. We're going to come back on 48. On 48 through the rest of this book, we're going to close out Jubilees, and we're going to start in the book of Yahsher, also otherwise known as Sefer HaYashar. The Sefer HaYashar. That's Yahsher. Okay, we're going to start reading that. So let's go ahead, package this one up, come back and knock out 48 through the rest, all right? Cool. Hope everybody's feeling okay. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're motivated. Hope you're zealous, right? Hope you're healthy. Hope you're strong, focused. All praises to the Most High. Yeah. Shalom. Peace and blessings, kingdom builders, road trippers. Thanks for being here with me. Peace and blessings to everything, your homes, your dwelling places, right? Your children, loved ones, and pets. All the stuff that you need in your life, Mishpachah. That's right, fam. All right. Till next time, be safe. All praises to the Most High. I love you. Yeah.